time. It's finally time to review Trick or Treat. It took me a while to do it, but now we're here. Let's go.
Hello and welcome to the Cavern of Terror.
Trick or Treat stars Dylan Baker, Brian Cox, Anna Paquin, and is written and directed by Michael Dougherty. Guys, can we pause for a minute before we get into the rest of the review? I want to give these guys a special announcement. I'm talking to my crew. Yeah, that's exactly what I want to do. I want to tell them watching the video that this is the first ever time I've reviewed an anthology film here on the Cavern of Terror. Yes, guys, you heard that right. This is the first here on the Cavern of Terror. We are doing an anthology film, and I have always wanted to review Trick or Treat on Halloween here on the channel, and I just never got around to it. There were 2 or 3 years there here on the Cavern that I wanted to do Trick or Treat, and it just didn't happen. But this year, I'm getting it out. I'm getting it out. I'm getting it out.
You what?
We're going to talk about one of my favorite films to watch on Halloween. Spoilers for the review. Let's get into it. Set in the fictional Halloween-obsessed town of Warren Valley, Ohio, Trick or Treat is several chilling stories that take place on the night of Halloween. Trick or Treat is not your normal anthology film. This one is told in non-linear storytelling, and I know somewhere Quentin Tarantino is crying right now. I know my inner Tarantino is crying because I love a story that is told non-linear, and this one is beautiful. Rather than having title cards separate these stories, which is what you'll see in a lot of other anthology films, or having some sort of demented host like John Carpenter from Body Bags where he played the mortician, this is more with killer transitions, and I couldn't help but love it here. Like, this story is told with certain transitions where the camera will pan to the left or the right, and you are in the next story before you even know it. The camera work here is amazing. As a fan of 90s horror, don't think I didn't notice that little nod to I Know What You Did Last Summer, a certain death that takes place in an alley. I gotta look that up because knowing my luck, it's a reference to some obscure movie from 1984 I haven't seen. Now, being that this is an anthology film, I can't sit here and tell you about every single little thing that I liked, or we'll be here forever. So, what I'm gonna do is we're gonna talk about my favorite aspects of the movie. I would be lying to you guys. I would be doing you a disservice if I told you that every story in this wasn't stellar, but there was one here that just stood head and shoulders above the rest for me, and that happened to be the surprise party. No, I know what you're thinking, guys, and that's not the reason it's one of my favorites, but since we're here, it's no secret. I do love werewolves, and come to think of it, I haven't reviewed too many werewolf movies here on the channel. I'm gonna have to fix that, but I do love this supernatural creature.
Son of a bitch.
Play the clip. In all seriousness though, I really like this take on werewolves. Yes, we do get the big, badass werewolves, and it is your typical thing, but they do add their own version of lore here with a whole she-wolf pack, and they have like the first kill for the virgin werewolf. I thought that was really, really interesting, and I would really love to see a full-length version of this story one day. Anna Paquin is no stranger to werewolves, guys. Let's get this thing going. As far as the performances go here, guys, I couldn't help but think that Dylan Baker as Principal Wilkins and Brian Cox as creepy old Mr. Krieg were definitely standouts. The idea of a killer principal is already terrifying enough alone, and then you have Dylan Baker here with this super creepy and menacing performance at times, and it is multi-layered because you do see him at other points of the film, and he is great in every scene he's in. On the other hand, you have Brian Cox, who almost disappears into this role as this crusty old man. He is just a show stealer for me in this one. He chews up the scenery in the entire third act of Trick or Treat. I would not be doing Trick or Treat justice as a movie reviewer if I did not tell you about the sets and the atmosphere, which of course are incredible. Trick or Treat is Halloween done right. This is the vibe that I'm going for when I want to watch a movie on this holiday. It's just the perfect atmosphere. The lights, the sets, the colors, the costumes, everything is vibrant, everything is dark, everything is creepy. Everything is exactly what I'm looking for on something set during this holiday, as I said. The set design alone is impeccable, and as it should be, because most of you probably know Universal and Halloween Horror Nights have had a Trick or Treat set for years, and no, your boy hasn't been down there. Maybe if one of you guys are going, you want to bring me along. No, I can split the gas money with you. This guy right here, that's right, my boy Sam, you know him. He's a boss. The word icon has been thrown around here lately in modern horror, and as you guys know, we've been really searching for those new icons of the genre. We all know who the classic ones are. We have our big three: Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger. You know, you have your addendums to the list. You have your ghost faces, your Chuckies, your leprechauns, your leatherfaces, your pinheads. I would say Cenobites at this point. But you have all those classic characters. El Candyman can be thrown in there as well. But I think Sam is pleading a very strong case here as being one of those new modern icons who I think can stand with Jigsaw, the Collector. I honestly think the Collector should be an icon, and Art the Clown. Trust me, we're going to talk about Art the Clown because, dude, who hurt you, bro? In all honesty and seriousness here, guys, I definitely feel that Sam should be as highly regarded as people think he is. I think he belongs in that conversation for the next horror icon, and with rumblings of a Trick or Treat 2 potentially finally happening, I think that's only going to cement his case even further. In the end, guys, you probably already know what the rating's going to be, but I have to announce it for rating purposes. Of course, Trick or Treat is going to get a Metal Claw. If any movie embodies the holiday of Halloween more than, well, Halloween, it has to be Trick or Treat. This was a masterful anthology film that knew exactly what its audience is and what its audience wanted. The story flowed beautifully. There was amazing sets, atmosphere, and of course, it was carried by fantastic character actors and performances. Alright guys, that has been my review of Trick or Treat. Finally, I have this review of this badass horror anthology on my channel. What do you think of this movie? Let me know down in the comments down below, and if you have other horror anthologies that you think your boy should check out, please let me know that down there as well. But if you're new to the Cavern of Terror, make sure you hit the like on this video and subscribe to the channel if you want to see all my future content. Make sure you hit those notifications to all, that way you never miss a video, because very important, we have my review of Hellraiser 3 coming very soon. As you guys know, I'm doing all of the Hellraiser sequels up to the new Hellraiser reimagining on Hulu and a ton of in-between films. But that is it for me here today. I am going to edit this video, drink the rest of this water, and be metal as hell. So with that being said, guys, I'm Zach. This has been the Cavern of Terror. Stay metal, my friends. Set in the fictional Halloween-obsessed town of Warren Valley, Ohio, Trick or Treat is several chilling stories that take place on the night of Halloween. That's a good one. I like that one. That was fucking dope.